This video will demonstrate how to set up your iOS device as an IP camera to record video within the Gains mobile app. All that is required to accomplish this is 2 smartphones or tablets that are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. This video assumes that both are already connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Now let's set up the iOS device. First, we will install an application on our iOS device that will turn it into an IP camera. The iOS device will broadcast the video and audio from its camera and microphone over the local network so that the device running the Gains app can receive and record this on the device. On iOS, we recommend using IP Camera Lite or IP Camera Pro. After installing the IP Camera app, we'll open it and configure the proper settings required. The first time you open the app, it will ask you to scan for IP cameras on your network. Click Cancel. We do not need to do that. Now click the setting icon in the top right of the menu bar. Another menu will pop up from the bottom of the screen. Click on the settings in the new menu. Scroll down to the video encoder setting and then tap it. You will need to change the H.264 bitrate setting to 1. After doing this, tap the back button in the top left of the app bar. Now scroll down to the user and password settings and change them to something you will remember. After doing this, you can exit the settings. Tap the button labeled Turn on IP Camera Server and allow the application the permissions it requests for connecting to local devices on your network. Location, you can select while using the app, access to the camera, and access to the microphone. Now tap the settings gear icon in the bottom app bar. In the new menu that pops up, tap the RTSP server button, then open the settings again and tap the multicam button. Now the iOS device will broadcast the video and audio from its microphone over the local network when asked with proper credentials. Tap the connect button on the bottom right of the screen and look at the RTSP URL on the pop-up. We need this URL to connect the 2 devices. Next, we will set up the other device running the Gains mobile app to request this video from the iOS device. To do this, navigate to the Gains mobile app installed on the second device now running the IP camera app. Log into the app and then navigate to the settings page by clicking the gear icon in the top right of the app bar on the students page. Scroll down to the last setting, Connect to Wi-Fi camera, and press it. Navigate to the Connect tab and complete the form to connect to your iOS IP camera. Change the camera IP field to match your iOS IP camera's IP. You will only need to input the last 3 digits of your iOS IP camera's IP address. You can find this by clicking the Connect button on the iOS device running the IP camera and reading the RTSP URL information. The numbers needed are the last 3 digits before the semicolon. Next, change the camera port to match the numbers after the semicolon in the RTSP URL. The number should be 8554. Next, change the camera URL to match the path of the RTSP URL on your iOS device, which is everything after the port. Enter the username and password that you used on the IP camera app when setting up the IP camera and press the connect button. A live video should begin to play within the Gains app now. If you see an error on the connect tab, please double check all the information in the form. If the connection was successful, position your iOS device running the IP camera app in the best spot to capture video. Once Gains is paired with a Wi-Fi camera, the Wi-Fi camera menu will be present on every page. That is the blue floating button on the bottom right of the screen. To start a recording, select a student by selecting any of these buttons next to a student's name: BX, BG, Preference, Trial-Based, or Time-Based. Next, open the Wi-Fi camera menu and press Start Recording. I will start a behavior recording for video demo student. While the video is recording, it is important that the device running the Gains app does not lock the screen because it will cause the video to pause. The Gains app will keep the device awake. You just need to avoid hitting the lock button. Gains will record the start and end time in the video of every BX preference trial-based and time-based event that occurs during that video. The event start and end time will be shown in reporting and can be used to skip to that event within the video. Once you have recorded all the content you desire, you can open the Wi-Fi camera menu and stop the recording by pressing Stop Recording. Once the recording is stopped, you will be prompted to upload the video. You can do so now or wait and upload it at a later time from the Wi-Fi camera settings page within the previous video tab.